Have you ever wondered if there's a simple, natural way to give your body a subtle boost every single day without expensive supplements or complicated routines? Well, today, I'm about to open your eyes to a surprisingly potent spice that you can easily find in any grocery store: cloves. Yes, those small, brownish flower buds that many of us only think about during the holiday season. Stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal might change how you look at this humble spice forever. Cloves have been cherished for centuries in traditional medicine across continents, especially in places like Asia and Africa. Their strong, unmistakable aroma comes from a compound called eugenol, which has been studied for its antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, and antioxidant properties. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. If you start consuming 2 cloves a day, just two little buds, there's a host of potential benefits that might come your way. And before you think, well, I'm already past my prime, so maybe this isn't for me, take note, these benefits can be especially relevant for those of us who've hit 40, 50, or beyond. Because let's face it, the older we get, the more important it is to nurture our health in ways that are gentle, sustainable, and proven by tradition. But please remember, I'm not a doctor, and this video is for informational purposes only. Always consult a qualified healthcare professional before making any major changes to your diet or lifestyle. Now let's dive into these 10 surprising changes that could happen to your body when you add 2 cloves a day to your routine. Keep watching all the way through, because some of these might take you by surprise. 1. Subtle yet powerful immune support. The first thing I want to talk about is how cloves may quietly bolster your immune system. As we get older, we often become more susceptible to colds, minor infections, and even seasonal bugs. It's no secret that our immune response tends to slow down over the years, and we need all the extra help we can get to stay on our feet. Cloves are packed with antioxidants. Yes, those trusty defenders that help combat the oxidative stress we experience from daily life. Oxidative stress can contribute to everything from fine lines on our skin to fatigue and even more serious health concerns. By introducing 2 cloves into your daily diet, you're giving your body a small yet noticeable infusion of these antioxidants. You might find that over time, your body deals more efficiently with everyday stressors, and you could feel that your natural defenses are slightly stronger. Eugenol, the star compound in cloves, has also been studied for its antimicrobial properties. This means it can help target certain harmful bacteria, which is great news for our overall well-being. Imagine going through flu season or that time of year when colds seem to lurk around every corner, knowing you have a centuries-old spice in your corner. It's not a magic shield, but it could be that extra layer of support your body appreciates. 2. Better oral health and fresher breath. If you've ever had a toothache, you might have heard someone mention clove oil as a quick home remedy. That's because eugenol in cloves has a numbing effect that can temporarily soothe dental discomfort. But what if you simply add 2 cloves a day to your routine? Chewing on cloves or adding ground cloves to tea or warm water can help fight the bacteria that cause plaque, gum irritation, and even bad breath. As we get older, we might notice changes in our gum health, tooth sensitivity, or general oral comfort. Regular brushing and flossing are, of course, crucial, but having that little bit of natural antiseptic on your side can't hurt. Let's face it, there's nothing quite as uncomfortable as worrying about unpleasant breath when you're talking to someone face to face. Cloves might give you a subtle leg up in maintaining a fresh and pleasant breath. If you're someone who interacts daily with friends, co-workers, or grandkids, that extra confidence can go a long way. 3. Ease in digestion and reduced bloating. Many of us know the distress of a gassy stomach or unexpected bloating after a meal. As we age, our digestive system can become more finicky, and foods we once enjoyed without issue might start to cause discomfort. Here's where cloves come in handy. They've been used in many traditional cuisines not just for flavor, but because they can promote healthy digestion. The compounds in cloves are known to stimulate the production of digestive enzymes, helping the breakdown of food. When food is broken down efficiently, it's less likely to linger in the gut and cause that tight, bloated feeling. Plus, cloves can have a carminative effect. That's just a fancy term for helping reduce excess gas in the digestive tract. If you've ever felt that uncomfortable pressure in your abdomen after a big meal, you know how it can impact your mood and energy levels. Introducing 2 cloves a day might help your digestive tract run just a little smoother, possibly making you feel more comfortable, light, and ready to take on the day. 4. Stronger, healthier hair that looks and feels great. Hair can be a sensitive topic at any age. Whether we're dealing with thinning, dryness, or just an overall lack of luster, it can be disheartening to see our once vibrant locks fade in quality. Cloves might offer some help here as well. They contain several key nutrients, like manganese, iron, and vitamins, that contribute to overall hair health. Adding 2 cloves a day won't magically turn back the clock, but it might add a little support to the hair follicles. Sometimes the scalp can suffer from mild fungal or bacterial imbalances, leading to dandruff or itchiness. Cloves have antimicrobial properties that may help keep your scalp environment balanced and healthy. If you decide to combine dietary intake with a gentle scalp massage using clove-infused oil, you might see an even stronger effect. Healthy hair often starts with a healthy scalp, and that's where those anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial benefits can shine. So if you've been noticing more hair in the brush lately, or if you just want your locks to feel more resilient, cloves could be a subtle but worthwhile addition to your self-care routine. 5. Potential regulation of blood sugar. Now, this is particularly intriguing for those in their golden years. Blood sugar spikes and dips become increasingly concerning as we age, and many people find themselves dealing with insulin resistance or prediabetes. There's promising research suggesting that certain components in cloves might help regulate blood sugar by improving how our cells respond to insulin. While cloves are by no means a cure for diabetes, including them in a balanced diet could serve as one more tool in your toolbox for maintaining healthy glucose levels. Of course, if you're on medication or have specific dietary needs, it's best to talk to your healthcare provider before adjusting anything. But for many folks, adding 2 cloves a day, along with an overall mindful approach to diet and exercise, might offer gentle support for stable blood sugar management. An important note, spices like cinnamon and cloves both have shown potential benefits in blood sugar control when studied, but the results vary from person to person. Still, it's reassuring to know that this delicious spice can contribute to overall metabolic well-being, especially at a time in life when metabolism can slow down. 6. Respiratory relief and improved breathing. If you or a loved one deals with chronic respiratory issues, like a nagging cough, bronchitis, or seasonal allergies, you might be intrigued by cloves' potential to support easier breathing. Thanks to eugenol and other essential oils, cloves can act as an expectorant, helping loosen mucus and phlegm so you can clear it from your airways more easily. When our respiratory passages are congested, every part of life can feel more tiring. Simple tasks become exhausting, and we might find ourselves short of breath during everyday activities. While 2 cloves a day isn't a replacement for prescribed inhalers or medications, it might offer a bit of holistic support in maintaining clearer airways. Some people also like to inhale the aroma of cloves in a warm steam. Just a simple bowl of hot water with a few crushed cloves can help open up the sinuses. This can be especially soothing in cold weather or during allergy season. If you're someone who frequently struggles with a scratchy throat or mild congestion, it's worth exploring this age-old remedy. 7. Sharper mind and cognitive clarity. Have you noticed that senior moments become more common as the years roll on? Like forgetting a friend's birthday or misplacing your keys? You're definitely not alone. While that's a normal part of aging, many people look for natural ways to keep their minds as sharp and vibrant as possible. Interestingly, cloves have been recognized in traditional practices as a brain-friendly spice. The reason, again, often ties back to eugenol, which exhibits antioxidant properties that may protect against oxidative stress in the brain. Some preliminary studies suggest certain spice compounds can positively influence memory and cognitive function. To be clear, I'm not saying that a couple of cloves a day will suddenly give you a photographic memory, but combined with other healthy habits, like mental exercises, regular physical activity, and a diet rich in brain-boosting nutrients, cloves might be a subtle ally in your quest to stay mentally agile. Think of it like a puzzle piece in the bigger picture of cognitive wellness. 8. Gentle detoxification support. Detox is a term thrown around a lot these days, and it can sometimes sound gimmicky. But the truth is, our bodies do have natural detox pathways, particularly our liver and kidneys, that help clear out waste and toxins. The goal is to support these organs, and cloves might do just that. Cloves can help stimulate the production of enzymes in the liver, potentially aiding the breakdown and removal of harmful substances. A well-functioning liver can also help regulate our internal balance, contributing to better digestion, clearer skin, and improved energy levels. For those of us who've had decades of exposure to environmental pollutants or processed foods, giving the liver a gentle nudge can be beneficial. Again, don't expect overnight miracles, especially if you're dealing with ongoing health conditions. However, it's comforting to know that a common kitchen spice might play a small but meaningful role in helping your body handle the demands of daily life more efficiently. Over time, you could notice subtle differences, like feeling a little lighter and maybe even experiencing fewer stomach upsets. 9. Calm mind and better sleep. If you've ever tossed and turned at night, wondering how to quiet your mind, you're certainly not alone. Insomnia and sleep disturbances can become more frequent with age, whether it's difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep. Stress and anxiety can pile up, especially if you're juggling responsibilities like caring for grandchildren, working a job, or dealing with health concerns. Interestingly, cloves have a reputation in some cultures for promoting relaxation. Their aroma alone can be soothing, and certain phytochemicals in cloves may interact with our neurotransmitters in a way that supports a calmer nervous system. While you shouldn't expect the same effect you might get from prescription medications, the gentle influence on mood could be enough to help you wind down after a long day. Try sipping a cup of warm clove tea in the evening. Just steep 1 or 2 buds in hot water. Add a little honey or lemon if you like, and take slow, mindful sips. You may find it sets the stage for a more peaceful night's rest. For older viewers or anyone dealing with nighttime restlessness, small changes like this can make a bigger impact than you might think. 10. Joint comfort and reduced inflammation. Inflammation is the body's natural defense mechanism, but chronic inflammation can lead to discomfort in the joints, especially as we age. Many older adults experience stiff knees, aching backs, or hands that just don't move as freely as they once did. While cloves won't magically take away arthritis, some of the compounds within them have been studied for potential anti-inflammatory effects. The eugenol in cloves is believed to help reduce certain inflammatory markers in the body. When you make cloves part of your daily routine, you might notice that your occasional aches feel slightly more manageable. Of course, this is highly individual. Some people report significant relief from adding anti-inflammatory foods and spices, while others need more robust interventions. If you're already taking medication for inflammation or other conditions, you'll want to chat with your healthcare provider before adding new supplements in large amounts. But for many people, 2 cloves a day is a safe, gentle experiment that could yield pleasant surprises for stiff joints and general mobility. Why 2 cloves specifically? You might be wondering, why exactly 2 cloves a day? Why not 1 or 5 or a tablespoon of ground clove powder? The general idea is that 2 whole cloves provide a moderate dose of the beneficial oils and compounds without overwhelming your system. Cloves are potent. Overdoing it can lead to digestive upset or even mouth irritation, especially if you have sensitive gums. By sticking to 2 whole cloves, or an equivalent amount of ground clove, you'll likely stay within a range that's gentle yet effective for most people. Chewing them whole is perfectly fine, though they do have a strong, pungent flavor. Alternatively, you can crush them and add them to your tea, oatmeal, or a morning smoothie for a milder taste. The key is consistency, because real results usually come from forming a daily habit and sticking with it. How to incorporate cloves into a daily routine. 1. Morning tea or coffee. One easy method is to crush or grind 2 cloves and stir them into your morning tea or coffee. You'll notice a warm, slightly sweet and peppery note that can be quite pleasant. 2. Smoothies or juices. If you make a daily smoothie, say with fruits, greens, and a bit of protein, add a pinch of ground clove. This blends seamlessly and is a quick way to get your dose. 3. Healthy desserts. Cloves pair wonderfully with cinnamon, nutmeg, and other cozy spices. If you bake banana bread, muffins, or healthy oatmeal cookies, toss in some ground cloves for an extra layer of flavor and potential health benefits. 4. Savory dishes. In some cuisines, cloves are a must for marinades, stews, or rice dishes. Feel free to experiment. Just remember that a little goes a long way. A note on safety. While cloves are generally considered safe in culinary amounts, it's crucial to keep a few things in mind. If you're on blood-thinning medication or if you have a bleeding disorder, talk to your doctor first. Cloves can potentially interact with certain medications because they may influence blood clotting. Similarly, pregnant or breastfeeding individuals should be cautious and seek medical advice before making changes involving potent spices. Your next step. At this point, you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but is it really going to work for me? The best way to find out is to give it a try under the guidance of a healthcare professional if you have any concerns. The change might be subtle at first. A slight uptick in energy, fewer bouts of bloating, or maybe you notice your gums feel healthier. But as the weeks pass, these small improvements can add up. If you do decide to start your 2 cloves a day experiment, keep track of any noticeable changes. Write them down in a journal. Did you feel more settled after meals? Did your breath stay fresher? Do your joints seem less stiff first thing in the morning? Anecdotal evidence can be surprisingly valuable, especially when comparing your condition over a month or two. And if something doesn't feel right or you sense any discomfort, scale back or stop and discuss it with a medical professional. In closing, cloves may be tiny, but they carry centuries of wisdom and tradition within their aromatic buds. Whether you're interested in gut health, joint comfort, or just supporting a sharp mind, these little spices have something to offer. And the best part? They're affordable, easy to find, and don't require a fancy recipe or a complicated regimen. I hope this deep dive has piqued your curiosity and shown you there's more to cloves than meets the eye. Our bodies are incredible machines, and sometimes all it takes is a small daily habit to help them function at their best. So why not give these humble little powerhouses a shot? Thank you for sticking with me to the end. If you found this helpful, consider sharing it with a friend or loved one who might also benefit. And remember, true health isn't about big, drastic changes. It's about consistent, small steps that align with nature's wisdom. Stay healthy, stay curious, and I'll see you next time. Disclaimer: this information is for educational purposes only and is not intended as a substitute for professional medical advice. Always consult your doctor for concerns regarding your health and diet. Individual results may vary.